Yo guys, it's Up Shadow here and welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. Today we are gonna do a little bit of construction, as I think I already said last time. And it's mainly gonna be, I think hull construction is the best word for that. We're basically gonna prepare the hull, that already existing hull, for the installment of thrusters, because at the bottom and then at the top there's going to be thrusters. The first step for that is going to be to basically make this, what I'm doing right now, raising up the top level so it's the same as the level below it. But you know, then again, now that I'm looking at it, there seems to be some mistakes that I've made every once in a while. For example, here, this one should not be here. So I will also have to do a little bit of correction work, it seems, because apparently I didn't really pay too much attention for the top ring, so we have to fix it now before we do the final construction and everything is gonna look out of place. Let's see, so there's gonna be another 2 and then 2 ones. Actually, from here it looks pretty good. 2 in this direction, then a single and another single. And yeah, well, basically this is the first step we'll have to do. So building this up and then filling in these gaps as well. Well, so to speak, the roof, really, of the top floor, which hasn't been installed yet, as you can see. Okay, and now, see, now we have to check. So I think this one is wrong here. This one here. Let me check this. So if we look like that, after the 2, we'll flip around, and then there's a 1, and then there's a 2. So let's do the same. After the 2, flip around. There's a 1, and then there is a 2. Which comes a bit too late here. I just want to make sure that I don't have anything mistaken here. No, see? This one is wrong. That's interesting. That's very interesting. And then there's... there's like a sneaky suspicion in my mind that I fucked something up royally here. Like, really, really terribly so. So there's this one here. Let's see, where does this one go? There would have to be like something like right here, right? And then there's the middle bit. Can we even see the middle bit? So there's 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, the 9 bit is actually... Is that the lowest part? Really? And then there is a triple. Should go from here. No, hold on. Now I'm doing something really weird. There should be like a 1, 2, 3 here. And this should be part of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But that is completely off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it should be center. You know? Like this. I have a weird feeling that I did something horribly wrong. Maybe not. Maybe not. Hold on. No. This is fine. 1, 2, 3. This is gonna be really awkward. I can tell you. Oh, and also we have to weld this one first, even though we probably could weld this from below, but still. Yeah, somehow, I think the lower ring, did we do the lower ring first? I cannot even remember at this point, but if we did, then concentration must have slipped during the construction of the top ring, because the top ring seems all kind of messed up, you know? Okay. Let's do this part here, so we have a stable, correct basis to go from, you know? So this is now a 9-block wide centerpiece or side piece of this ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. And then after the 9, there is a 3, and then 2, 2, then 1, 2, 3, and then, yeah, see, here it has to cut back. 2. Now, these pieces are gonna be open, which is awkward. And then a 1, and then, yeah, and then I think it's correct. Yeah, this side is now correct. But it exposes a few things, which we'll have to fix when we do the, Oh, please tell me this is not gonna look awkward here. It's probably gonna. Hold on. Oh, that is pissing me off already. Okay, we'll have to deal with that. Maybe we'll even change by just removing that bed. We'll figure it out. Okay. Now we'll do the same thing on this side. So there's 1, 2, 3. And then there we go, there's the 2. And then this cuts back, and then there's another 2 here. If I get the right, there we go. Another 2. And then there's a 1, I think. The thing is, if you listen to me and you don't know what I'm doing, that must sound like weird, psychotic rambly. There's a 1 and a 2, and then there's 2, 1, 1, and then a 2. Yes. Yeah, 2. And then there's the 1. Then there's another 2-block face. 2, 1. And then, yeah, there it exposes another piece. Which is to be expected, but okay. And then obviously we have to, yeah, but I'll do that afterwards. We have to fill all of these hollow pieces out as well. And of course, put that on top. There we go. Now we don't have to weld that for now. Right, and then if you look from this perspective,
energy low.
After the 2, there is another 1-block corner. Like so. And then I think another one. Like so, which exposes another open piece. Yeah, this is... this might expose some weirdness in our ship. I'm not sure we can just fix this with clever placement of blocks, but we'll try. We'll try our damnedest. Also, thruster components are coming in again, which is nice. Every once in a while we'll grab a stack of those and continue welding. Alright, see, now... Here, oh god, hold on. I think we'll have to delete something. Yeah, I think so. Because this here would needs to be a 2-face. This needs to go. It's kind of dumb, but it has to go.
Inventory full.
That is fairly unfortunate.
Inventory full.
So wait, it's gonna be... Oh god. Ah. Well, looks like I had a failure here to plan properly, and now it's gonna come back and bite me in the arse like crazy. Yeah, there's the 2. And then there's, yeah, and then this one needs to go in by 1 block, which means we'll have to delete this part over here as well. Which I guess could work, but it is still major pain in the arse. Like, really. I need to get rid of a few blocks here.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Well, at least it's gonna, I think, look the same on both sides, I believe. But still, that it is so much off. I wouldn't have suspected that. I think I had it in my mind that there would be a few blocks that would be exposed, so to speak, to the outside. Which we... oh god. Which we then would have to kind of try to hide with clever placement of the slopes, but I didn't expect it to be so bad that I would have to completely, well, delete rooms, or delete parts of rooms rather. Huh, that is really bugging me right now. You know, in creative it wouldn't be a big thing, but here it kind of bugs me, like really, really bugs me. Because that's gonna change the geography of this room, like, majorly. Because as you can see, well, after we got rid of a few more components, hold on. Now here, this block needs to exist now. Which looks really weird. Maybe we'll have to delete like this and this just to make it look same-ish again, and then put like something else here. But yeah, this is really bad. And then this one goes as well, which again, this might be fixable. You know, in the end, I might just decide in a weird way to even make the rings bigger, even though that would make the ship look probably a lot weirder. But at the moment, it's really difficult because now, as well, we have to like cut off a lot of these. Right? Hold on. 1. Jesus Christ. Okay, no, this... oh, this is an absolute disaster. It really is. Because, yeah, there's blocks that have to go if we do it like this. How the hell did I manage to get myself in a place like that? You know? I mean, look. How big is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's really strange. Something is not right here, and I cannot quite put my finger on it. Because this is wrong too. It should be back here. Maybe this is what confused me. This back piece. This was wrong basically altogether. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This here is wrong. All this is wrong. And the big question here is that fixable in a way that doesn't destroy the whole design of the upper floors? Now, I've already started to damage the rooms on one side by cutting out a few things, so already not good. Because then, of course, what the next would be 1, 2, 3, like this, right? This one is still okay here. But then, the next blocks would be here. Oh, this is a frickin' disaster. It really is. It really frickin' is. I have to think about that. We might even have to already go into the thought, at least, of putting slopes in, just to see what we potentially could do to make this disappear. You know what I mean? Because at this point, I'm not a big fan of, especially the couches there. I don't want to delete those. They fit there perfectly. Well, or rather, they don't. But yeah. Also, this here needs to go. I think that is kind of obvious. Now, there's a big, like a philosophical question here about how we're gonna place the slopes. There's two styles where we can place them. We could either place them like this. However, I have the feeling it would be better for us to do it like this. Because I feel like this we can hide away a lot more imperfections. Let me just think this out loud. Let me just start over here. Let's just assume we do this. Now there's gonna be like probably an exception right here because of the windows, or we might actually delete these windows, and then just put the blocks there anyhow. But we'll start up here. Let's just pretend. Then we'll do it like this, right? And then obviously on the level above there's gonna be the small slope on top, right? Now, if we go around the corner, do we do something along those lines? Yeah, which corner block goes there, right? And in which orientation? I think it's this one. Yeah, this one. Now that's the question. Do we do it like that? And is that able to hide away imperfections? I feel it is. It might be able to hide away some imperfections. Let's just start placing these real quick, shall we? So there's this one. The other one is... Which one is the other one? This one, right? Yes. So this... Over here, it works. Over here, it obviously works. Let me just weld these. I think that's how we're gonna do it. I think initially I had it planned in another way where we would place the slopes sideways, but I think this is the only way how we can hide away imperfections and not get these ugly freaking like imperfections on the slopes. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is gonna be fairly interesting. Let me start placing some of these inverted corners basically everywhere here. Right, there's one, there's one. I think there's one. There's gonna be one. We might just be able... We might be able to get away with this, just about. If we're lucky. It's more like dumb luck than anything, really, but, you know. And then here we turn it around. Yeah, see? We might just be able to get away with that. Just about. But I'm not, for the record, not happy that we have to do it like that. But it I think, you know, sometimes at a certain point in a project, if you see that there was a mistake, you know, of course you can decide to start over, tear everything out, but, you know, there's a point where you reach like a milestone where you say, I will not return from this. This is We're gonna follow this path, even though it's a little bit an awkward one, I guess, but
Energy low.
I still think it's better than just ripping out most of the furniture, you know? Now, I will have to check something here real quick, actually, before we continue here. Yeah, see, there's no ugly edges, nothing. Let me just get in here. Can we technically restore? I think we can technically restore this, right? No, okay, this one we cannot. This one needs to be here. But here, this space, we can technically still use this for something, which is good. We'll deal with that eventually. Maybe never, if I forget about it. But it means that we don't have to delete everything, which is a freaking huge relief. It would have really pissed me off, seriously. Okay. I think crisis not averted, but swerved. Crisis sufficiently hidden might be the right wording. But yeah, I think that works. And then it also works out with this part here. Kinda, you know?
Energy critical.
Yeah, I think we just got away with that one. Got away with murder here, essentially. I'll have to check how the top looks like. Maybe the top row will need to have a little bit of adjustment done to it. Perhaps. I'll have to check what kind of blocks we'll use. But yeah, well, this is how episodes go sometimes. You have something planned and then you have to do something different because reasons. And now, instead of just fixing up the ceiling layer, we have to really think about these design questions, you know? So, yeah. I think for the rest, I want to at least make 1/4 ring there. With the complete slopes, so we can get a feel for how it looks like. So, what goes on top? Right, I guess it's gonna be this, right? And if I can make it, so I would like it so that we don't have to replace any of the top blocks here. So we can just continue like so. Let me see if that is possible. I guess it should be. But still, it needs to be tested, and that was a wrong placement. There we go. And the beautiful thing, of course, is that this will undoubtedly work for the top part as well, without any questions, right? Or it should. It should, at least. For the bottom part, I mean. Not the top part. But you know what I mean. So, there you go. We'll place all of these. They go all over the place here. And then... yes, these. Exactly these blocks. That's the ones I've been looking for. They really might round this ship up a bit more. I will give it a bit of new texture, I would assume. Okay, let's rip these out too. As we place the rest and weld them, we can rip these off. And then yeah, we'll do the whole side here, complete. So we can get a good feeling for the look and the feel. Of course, we might be able to pull this down, the design, even further, but we won't right now. There we go. So I think, yeah, the backside, that is clear. Right? Now these corner bits is what I'm interested in. Yeah, that looks fine. I mean, it looks... I mean, because my original plan was to put the slopes sideways, like horizontally, I guess. It looks a bit more blocky than if we did it that way. But I guess it is a small price to pay. And I still think it looks kind of cool. Well, we'll weld some more and then we'll be the judge, but I have a good feeling. I have a good feeling about this. You know, when I discovered before that there was something wrong, I got this weird feeling in my stomach. Like, oh no, you fucked up, boy. But, yeah. Sometimes you really get these weird feelings like, oh god. I've worked on this for like... I don't even know for how long I've worked on this. For hundreds of hours. And now it turns out you made a mistake very early on and now it's not gonna work, but it's still gonna work, of course. Life always finds a way. And so does engineering most of the time, I suppose. That could be a quote on the starting screen. Right. I mean... yeah. Again, it looks a little bit more... It's kind of like a halfway between the very blocky Minecrafty way it looked at the beginning and the super smooth way I had planned. So it's like an in-between thing, but I think on the whole, this looks kind of cool. There's a lot of like triangles at the side from the side view, and as we all know, triangles are the best shape in the world, the most stable shape, yada yada. So I have the feeling this is fine. However, now that I'm thinking about it, there might be something curious here. Let me just think about it. Let's start thinking this completely through. Just so we don't make an ugly mistake now. Let's say we pull this down even further. How does this look afterwards? Now, how does this continue? Like so? Let me just... there's something bugging me. I cannot quite put my finger on it. Again, this one is a decision we'll have to make later on, if that works. But, okay. So, here. Here we're gonna have these, right? And then this one. This one. Oh, this block is weird. Yeah. Something about this one is weird. Let me... I'll have to figure that out in a second. If that is a misplaced block, or if there's something else wrong there. Because technically, there should be one of those below. Now, I wonder if I just misplaced that. It's a bit hard to tell, honestly. It looks like a mistake. It really does look like a mistake, doesn't it? Okay, there's a 4, 2, 2, 1. I mean, that's not even close, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 1. And then another 1. Oh boy, okay. We'll have to figure this one out real quick. If we would reverse our design here, down here, right? Then we'd have this here. And then it will go into this, right? That would be the reverse from the bottom. Yes. That's the reverse. And then, in the same manner, like so. No, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense at all. Hold on, that's wrong. That's completely wrong. It has to be... Hold on, it has to be from here. God, this is freaking exhausting. Okay. Is it this block? No, that makes no sense either. I'm really confused. You know what I mean? But when I say I'm really confused, do you see why I'm confused? Do you see the solution? Because for right now, I actually don't. I really don't see what I'm doing wrong here. I really think I have to kind of like completely mirror this at the bottom. Otherwise, it's gonna be really weird. Okay, and apparently then over here we used... hold on, which one did we use? This one? No. One of these we used? What the hell? Oh, we did use this. It is this one. This way around. So it should be like so at the bottom, shouldn't it? But it is not because it looks different here. You know what? Maybe just because this part, the wing part down here, kind of messes this part up, we'll use it like that. I think that's fine. We just have to mirror it as well as we can, but there's gonna be a few parts that we can't mirror, obviously. Right, that goes here, that goes here, 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 and then here. Well, pretty much. Now, actually, here we're gonna have the same thing with the flat ones. Because it has a different connection point to the ship compared to the top. That makes sense, that it is different there. But again, there's still a part here that does not make sense at all for me. God. Okay, so we almost have the bottom rim now with this, right? And then we'll have to compare if it looks the same as the top. Well, with the small variation, of course, but you know what I mean. But I think it's fairly similar. It should be, right? Unless we made some horrendous mistake here as well. Which I don't think we did. You know, I make mistakes, but I cannot imagine that I made that many mistakes all at once on the same kind of process. But it does feel like it right now, which is kind of concerning. But this is gonna make it easier to spot with the triangles. We can count like triangles and stuff. That's gonna make it a bit easier. Also, just have to weld these two. That's gonna trigger me otherwise.
No energy.
Oh, for crying out loud. Can I not just collect like a long ass cable to this station and just be on like plugged in, you know? Kind of like my phone. I have to charge my phone so much. It's like a super old iPhone because I refused for a long time to use Bluetooth headphones because I don't know why. For the PC now I have actually wireless headphones, but not for my phone. I'm still using headphones with normal jack connections, you know? So I'm still using an iPhone that has a jack connection to it. So yeah, my iPhone is quite old at this point, so it's really bad right now when it comes to holding charges. Okay, so let's compare. Triangle, triangle, then inverted trapeze, good. Then flat, triangle, trapeze, flat, And then triangle, trapeze, triangle, trapeze. Yeah, that looks the same. Good. So our confusion here is right here. Whenever there is one of these flowing into one of these blocks, because that doesn't work. We can replace those, I suppose, by the ones that do work. I just want to make sure that it is proper that we replace those, and we're not just doing it because I'm too dumb to see what we actually would need to do, if you know what I mean. But I think, yeah, no, I can see it right now. We're gonna run into a similar situation. We're gonna totally run into a similar situation. Yeah. It is quite obvious now. But then I think we can authorize ourselves to grind certain blocks away and use slopes then to make them come together properly without nasty looking edges to them. Okay, we're just gonna weld this too. Oh yeah, there's a part missing still, but it's gonna show it quite clearly. The plot thickens, but the vision is clearing, I think. I do start to see how this is going and how we have to fix it. You know what? I think we're gonna continue in this vein in the next few episodes. We're gonna completely make like the quarter of the ship here fit with that. And we'll also actually, yeah, this problem we'll have to solve as well. How does this flow into this one? Don't think it's gonna be a big problem since it's basically, you know, like slope on slope action. That sounds dirty for some reason. But I feel that's gonna be fairly simple to solve. In a matter of speaking, still has to be done. Oh look! Oh, up here it happens even more than in the upper level. Now that's curious. That would indicate that the upper level is maybe not as accurate as the lower level then, which would completely fit together with our findings from before, where I messed up the circle. You know, you see, this edge does not exist here. Ha, that is curious. Okay, we'll continue this next time, the study of the edge, so to speak. But I think when we do this, we can really start making it flow into that middle part here. Of course, again, it will probably necessitate that we delete these windows, but to be fair, these windows never really gave a big advantage anyhow, so they're probably gonna go. And then, well, at least here, we're gonna have like a snapshot how the finished product is gonna look like. And of course, again, the wing problem needs to be addressed, but I think we can do that. So, guys, thank you so much for watching and for listening to my design ramblings, and I'll see you next time. Take care.